What's up, everyone? Happy Sunday. Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm a little late, but we're here nonetheless. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. I am having a good day. I have this weird headache though, and I think it's like a food headache. I need to eat something, but who knows? Happy Sunday. We're here. We're back. For me anyways, it hasn't been too long. I was able to read 350 last week, but for everyone else it's been 2 weeks. So welcome everyone. What's up, Captain? Hasn't been too long of a wait, but nonetheless long enough. So I'm gonna hop straight into this. I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna get a drink of water and then I'm gonna read. I'm kind of out of it. It's not like a headache where like my head really hurts. It's like this weird feeling where it's like a dull pain, but it's like behind my eyes and stuff. I don't know. It just feel weird. But deep breath. Here we go. 351, 2 flash fires. Zoom in. Ultimate move. Flash fire fist. Go to the doctor. No, I just need to eat. I've been intermittent fasting, and I broke my fast, but it wasn't with anything good, so I'm kind of like wonky right now. All right, ultimate move, flash fire fist. It builds up internal heat to the maximum threshold before unleashing it as an attack. The peak manifestation of fire achieved by a young endeavor. Excerpt from the Hero Almanac. When Endeavor mastered this move in his quest for power, he came to understand his own limitations and that fire, produced a shimmering heat haze that warped and distorted all that he gazed upon. That's fitting. That's really fitting. All right. Ooh, zoom in. Look at that. That's crazy looking. Look, that's nuts. All right. Burning. No, that's him. That's Dobby saying that. Okay. Follow the speech bubble, dum. All right. That little chat has got me pumped for this. Thanks for listening to my tale. I feel like this could be much louder. There we go. All right. He's faster than me at raising his temperature. There's no hint of hesitation. Can't even imagine how powerful Dobby would be if his quirk suited him. He'd probably be exactly what Endeavor wanted him to be. He probably would be strong enough to become the #1. His flames are incredible. Look at him. He's faster at me than raising his temperature. He's faster than me at raising his temperature, excuse me. There's no hint of hesitation. Now that I'm thinking about it, with a cool head, even if Dad ain't here, you'll make for some prime kindling all the same. So what is Shoto doing? I'm not understanding what he's doing. Is he trying to heat himself up? I'm not understanding what he's doing. Like, he's doing this. Like, is he trying to heat himself up faster than what he would be able to do than just producing the flames on his own? Is that what he's trying to do? Let me zoom in. I can't tell if that's fire or ice that he's doing it. It looks like fire. All right, I'm the one who'll stop you. Hey, now, don't get the wrong idea. I've got some legit thoughts about you too. Turning up the firepower was all I knew. Your potential surpasses my own, he said. That encouraged me. The numbing of my body stripped away my limitations, which was ideal for allowing his lead. That's not how you spell allowing. Is this supposed to be allowing? That's not how you spell allowing. Allowing his lead with maximum output. Following his lead with maximum output. I think that's what that's supposed to say. He's sending fire to the other side of his body. Okay. I still don't see it, but I believe you. Alright, let me continue. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Flash fire fist. As he's screaming, are you a fan of All Might, Shoto? Oh my gosh. Hell Spider. Alright, so I'm looking at this and seeing, like, we've seen Endeavor use Hell Spider. He used it against the high end. I forgot what was the name of the high end he fought? Like, it has a name, I forgot it. He used it against that. That's what he used to cut up the building from falling, and Hawks took all the pieces so it wouldn't like crush everyone under. But even looking at this from him, this looks crazy. Like I'm like picturing like the flames he's emitting, and then it's every hood. Thank you. Everything's just like crossing over and everything. My goodness. Look at this gnome. Man. All right, zooming in. Top of 6. Is that Endeavor's move? Well, as the reader, we shouldn't be surprised. He said he spent every moment studying him, everything. So even if he wasn't there, he'd know exactly everything that Endeavor could do. See, so much thicker though, and so haphazard. Oh no, Todoroki. Look at this. This is crazy. Ready yet, Shoto? You gotta... Yeah, what are you doing? What are you playing? Oh, wow. I am. The spider was a... Look at him. The spider was a smokescreen. Dude, what am I even looking... That's feet. Okay. One thing I just gotta ask, Shoto. What was that look on your face while you were holed up at UA with all those scared little civilians? Dude. Freaking Dobby. Dude, God, look at his face. Dude. I'm trying to like fathom like everything he's doing. Like, this is nuts. Like, this is legit nuts. Just the firepower that he's outputting. All right. He decked him too. Dobby's starting to look like Shigaraki during the war. Son of Endeavor, brother of Dobby. Calamity incarnate, concentrated down into a boy-sized package. Awful brazen of you, Shoto. Look at him. He's like screeching. He's like a banshee. My goodness. Like, look at the flames. He's like breathing. That's more firepower than even Endeavor can boast. But if he keeps the heat dialed up like that, yeah, he's gonna die. Blessed with an ideal body and ushered into a place where you could shine bright, but still you depend on everyone else. The boy born with everything, but you sure don't capitalize on it. No one's willing to say it for you to your face, so allow me. Oh my gosh. You're a feckless, half-baked puppet. Wow. Wow, you'll never make a damn thing of yourself. Wow. That's gotta be, that has to piss him off. Because I was gonna ask, how would Dabi twist and be mad at Shoto? And that makes so much sense, because to this day, even after everything he's gone through, he's still pissed off at the fact that Endeavor cast him to the side. So not only does he get to go home and see the fact that he's been, like, his family has moved on from him, not only does he get to see one of his siblings taking what is supposed to be his spot, his attention, his limelight, but then to see Shoto not become what Endeavor wanted, not become the number one, not be the best, he's probably looking at him like, bro, you are useless. He was like, if I had your body, you know where I would be right now? You know where I would be if I was in your position? It's a layer that I don't think I ever thought about when thinking about how Dabi would view Shoto. Like, he's literally, to Dabi, as he's like looking at Shoto like, you're literally wasting what our dad did. You're wasting everything. You should be so much more than what you are. Basically an imitation of me. Wow. Jet burn. He knocked him into a freaking skyscraper. Oh, a retort. You're not wrong about me. I took the long way around. A half-baked dummy? That's me. And was full of doubt all the while. He neutralized the heat. Oh. Here I thought you were only focusing on dad. He neutralized the heat? Alright, show me something, Shoto. Show me something. Show me something. Show me something. Hold on. Zoom in. But no. What's up, Julian? But no, you were nice enough to take a close look at me too. Glad to know it. I stumbled onto this while working on that old move in the hope of keeping pace with the others. Did we make an enhancement? Fire shirt, by the way. Thank you, I appreciate it. Did we make an enhancement to the flash fire fist? Hold on, flash fire. I turned flash fire into something more. Now it's a move made to stop you. What did he do? It looks like it's like he made like a fire suit. Hold on. Shoto, let's reconsider which teams we're on. And then what about All for One? Out of the remaining heroes, you're the only one with any hope of opposing him. Really? Just as Midoriya has to face Shigaraki. I've got just the right powers set to go up against Toya. It's more than that. It's what I want. Okay? That should be my duty. Alright, Endeavor? We're doing this together, remember? Everyone's got their part to play, and together we'll stop Toya and the rest of the villains. Oh. Look at that. He's got like a fire vest. I may be your half-baked little brother, but let me say this. Dad was a madman. Our family was screwed up. When you burned all those people to death, that was your choice. You're not taking any more innocent lives. Innocent lives is little masterpiece. Just aim all your rage at us. That's kind of not phosphorus. Not phosphorus. Hold on. Look at what side that attack is coming out of. Oh, snap. Wait a second. Wait, so he's finding a way to use fire on both sides? Oh, snap. Oh. Interesting. What's up, Tin King? Have a good one, man. Yeah, have a good one. Fire so cold it burns? Maybe. And he said it's the perfect thing to stop him. So I can only imagine it's a flame that would instantly, like, put him out. If he's calling it phosphorus, right? It's got to be a different color. Correct? It's got to be a different color. Because it even looks lighter. We thinking white? I'm only saying white because of white phosphorus. Flash, fire, fist, phosphor. Dude, that's nutty. That's nutty. He said he neutralized the flame, though. Dobby did say that. Remember how he was conjoining his powers? I want to say yes, but no, I don't remember. So the plan, so the initial plan. So, oh, you're talking about what he was doing at the beginning. I gotcha. So the initial plan was to have Deku fight Shigaraki and Shoto fight All For One. That was the plan. No, I'm an idiot. Hold on. No, that's Shoto saying Endeavor was supposed to fight All For One. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I'm not here right now. I don't feel great. My head hurts. All right, let me go through this again. Cool. He does look cool. He does look cool. I was wondering, like, what was he doing here? Is this him? He's fusing his powers together and creating this vest, like this fire vest. But I don't know. I'm not missing anything. I'm just like not understanding. And it's not a fault of the series. It's me right now. It's just my mind state. Hold on. Just taking me a second. It's taking me more than a second. Like I'm not like actually here mentally. All right, so what we're thinking is this phosphor thing that he's doing. It's a cold flame. Are we saying it's like a cold flame? What are we saying? Because he's using fire with his right hand. So are we saying that he'll be able to use ice with his left hand? Is that what we're saying? I think it has the appearance of a fire attack, but it's actually an ice attack. But then now I need to go to the opposite. Like, so can we have an ice attack, but it's really fire? How the heck do you do that? This is one where I wish I had another freaking chapter. And Tink King said the next chapter isn't until 3 weeks from now. May 15th. Yeah. I hope everything is okay with Hori. Like, I'm so serious. That's a long break. I hope everything's okay. Because we had one chapter that was incomplete and reused a lot of panels. We missed a week, got a chapter, then golden week off. And then like we're gone for a couple of more. I hope everything is fine. I hope like he's not sick or anything. I really do. If he's able to use both abilities on the same side, imagine the art we're gonna get when he comes back. Yeah. Just all this stuff with Dabi. I think the reason why that chapter was unfinished was Hori was probably working on this. I think that's why. If I'm thinking about it, I think he probably didn't finish that chapter from a couple weeks ago because he was working on all these panels with all this fire. That's what he was probably doing. All this stuff is tough to draw, man. He hit him with something fierce right here. Cleanest hell spider we'll ever see. Yeah, the thing is crazy looking. Look at that. But all right. So I think so. Shoto's at the point where he can use his fire and ice on either side, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he can use his ice on his right hand side and his fire on his ice on his left hand side and his fire on his right hand side. That doesn't matter. I remember thinking like back when they first did their training, like this was like when they did the summer training. Shoto would be busted if he could infinitely raise his fire without ever overheating, which that means he just needs to be using both of his quirks at the same time. Like the higher his flames get, the more cold that he just needs to put out. So if he's finding a way to regulate this now, like he hasn't perfected it, but he's found a way to do it. I'm just not understanding how he's able to mix it. And he has like, I can't tell what kind of vest this is. If it's just a regular fire vest, then how does that just help him use fire on both sides? But But if we look at what's really got me is in this panel, I'm trying to look at the colors. And the panel on the right on page 14, like his flame is one color. And then on 15, the flame he emits is white. Like it has barely any color. So I'm trying to figure out what it is. It probably means he can use full power on either side with no limits. If that's the case, then the boy's busted. I just wonder if he has to wear this fire vest because he hasn't perfected it yet. And as he gets older and as he gets more proficient, he'll be able to do this internally. And then he'll just be able to this can be a constant for him. And it won't be something that he has to like prep for. It probably will be the case. Hopefully it'll be the case. Oh my gosh. I think this is pretty like that. I never thought about that way about Dabi. I never thought that way about Dabi. Him viewing Shoto that way. It's cool. It's cool. It adds more. Because for me before it was just like, why does Dabi hate Shoto? Like Shoto didn't do anything wrong. But then actually thinking about it, like, yeah, he'd be mad at Shoto. Especially if like cause Endeavor and Toya were on the same page. They were on the same page about where they both wanted him to end up, what they wanted him to do, and because of his quirk, they weren't able to actualize that. So then to finally get the individual that can actualize Endeavor's wishes, Endeavor's dreams, which in turn are Dabi's wishes and Dabi's dreams, Toya's, I should say. And this kid just not like he doesn't embrace what we're talking about. It's this weird thing, right? It's this weird dichotomy with Toya, with Dabi, Toya, and Endeavor. Because as it stands, Dabi can't stand anybody from his family. But Toya like loved his dad, kind of hated his parents. And he like him and Endeavor, judging by the name, Shoto's fire is probably a bluish green color, hence the name Phosphorus Gotcha. 45-second Google search. Like Toya, like him and Endeavor had the same goal. So it's weird, like Dabi now hates Endeavor for what Endeavor did for giving up on him, but at the same time can't stand Shoto and hates Shoto because Shoto hasn't made anything of what the two of them, what they stood for and what they wanted to do. It's weird. So it's like he's hating them both for reasons that kind of like conflict each other. Because it's like Shoto fought back, like Shoto was like defiant against his dad and the wishes that he wanted him to do. In a sense, like he was kind of defiant, but he was kind of like becoming evil until Midoriya and all that stuff. And you would think Dabi would be like, man, Shoto was able to get away from him. But it's like, no, that's not the case, because what Toya wanted and what Endeavor wanted was the same thing. It's just that Toya was just on the opposite end and wasn't accepted by Endeavor. It's weird. It's a weird thing for him to hate Endeavor for letting him go and not like continuing on with him, but hating Shoto for not achieving what Endeavor wanted, but hating the both of them all the same. Like it's crazy. It's possible for fire to be cold. However, the right atmospheric conditions have to be met, i.e. everyone blasting fire and ice all over the place with reckless abandon. Air temp in this fight is probably all over the place, and oxygen is being dispersed at crazy levels. That's enough science for the day. Yeah, it's something. That has to be something. This whole area is just nothing but fire users, and powerful fire users at that. And Dabi's like a freaking inferno right now, just burning everything up. Like his flames are like swallowing everything. So yeah, all the air temperatures would be crazy. It would have went from really cool, because it's like spring, isn't it? No, it's not. It's like summer. Yeah, it's summer. But isn't it like rainy in the summer in Japan? I have no idea. It's like June or something, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, because in April Deku left. And then we time skipped a little bit. And then, so that will put us in like May-ish. And then we time skipped another month. So it's like June, July. Yeah, it's like June, July-ish. So it's hot outside. So it would have went from being hot to being extremely hot, and now probably not as hot really fast. So air temperature is probably crazy. These two are probably gonna be like they're in the middle of having their own Agni Kai. So the like Shoto's like cold flame versus Endeavor. Dabi's hot like freaking scorching flame. This thing's gonna be this battle is gonna get nuts. This battle is gonna get nutty. This battle's gonna get nutty. Shoto gets all the cool stuff. He does. He gets all the cool stuff. I just want to see Deku. That's it. Just show me Deku flying across the ocean with a dead look in his eye. Let him talk to the vestiges a little more. I just want to see it. I want to see Bakugo screaming as he's blowing up fingers. Just give me some more stuff, please. Some more. But Dabi really does look like he looks like I've seen imagery that reminds me of like what Dabi looks like. I just can't pull it right now. Dabi, like looking at Dabi would be like a nightmare. It would be nightmarish. With the amount of story that centers around Shoto, you can't be mad at people for assuming that he's the main character. Yeah, you can't. He has the cool, like his story is cool. His story is cool. His story is cool. His story is cool. It just makes me feel like Hori's getting some stuff off his chest with all this Shoto stuff, though. It feels like he's getting a lot off his chest with it. But I feel like there's gonna be a big kick in with Deku and Bakugo stuff real soon. Because I think this is being done deliberately. We're getting all the Shoto stuff to get it out of the way. That's what it feels like. It feels like Hori set up all this Endeavor and Shoto stuff, and now he's just like, and we need to get it out of the way because I need to move on. I need to move on with the rest of my story. That's what it feels like. It feels like he said this in an interview with Oda from like either last year or 2 years ago, where like everyone knows that the series was supposed to have been done by now. He only planned for 5 years, and he's like talking to Oda, and Oda was like, yeah, you start doing stuff, and then before you know it, you have a whole new group of characters that you need to flesh out. Otherwise, it won't make sense. And Hori was like, I'm going through the same thing. So it feels like what he did was created the story about Shoto. And then as he kept going, it's just he kept adding more. You do, like, if anyone's creative and you've tried to create, you realize that if someone's not there helping you, you can just ramble about stuff. And it feels like he did this Endeavor, this Todoroki family story and just kept going, and it was like, man, like it was like, man, and now he's kind of rounding the corner to finish it up because there is nothing else left. If there's anything else to do with this family, then I don't know, but it feels like this is it with this family. Like once they resolve this situation with Dabi, like they can finally move forward and actually work on ending relationships or severing relationships, because who knows, like after all this, the family could still be done with Endeavor and just be done with him, and they just go their separate ways. That's still possible, but it feels like this is we're at, like, this is the crescendo of the Todoroki family. Like once Shoto and Dabi have this fight and it comes, it's gonna, like, the dust is gonna settle and we're gonna be at the end of it, and we'll finally be able to move on from it. That's what it feels like. That's why I personally feel like it'll be that way, because in the last, because if you really think about it, the last 50 chapters have been damn near almost all focused on Todoroki. So it feels like Hori's trying to, like, wrap this up. He's trying to wrap this part of the story up, because once you wrap this up, it literally closes off this part of the story, and we can start closing off all the other pieces of My Hero so that it can wrap up. And I feel like as we do that, it's going to continue wrapping up, and then it's just going to be probably Deku and Bakugo focused all the way until the end. That's what it'll probably end up being. Because it's been 50 chapters since Endeavor was in the hospital, because that was chapter 300. It's the Hellish Todoroki Family Part 2. I think that was chapter 300 or chapter 301. And it's literally it's been basically almost all focused on them. So I think we'll be just about done. Because there's still so much more with Deku that we need to go into, and which makes me feel like it's gonna be the story is gonna be heavily focused on Deku for the end once this stuff wraps up. Because I feel like with this is gonna wrap up Shoto stuff, and Shoto, if he doesn't get taken out, he's gonna, like, help out in the final battle and stuff and all that. But then the rest of 1A, like, I feel like Ochago's stuff and Sue's stuff is gonna wrap up with Toga. I don't know. That might be what we cut to after this. No, we might, after we finish this, the Todoroki stuff, the Todoroki family stuff, we might see Spinner. And if we see Spinner, I will probably finally get the tiny little Shoji arc about discrimination, because those two are probably butt heads. It only makes sense because Spinner's leading the heteromorphs and Shoji is a heteromorph. So we'll probably get that. We'll probably dive into the psyche. And that will probably be one of the coolest arcs in a good while. Mini arcs, I should say. And then just everyone else, not everyone else in Class 1A deserves their own spotlight. We'll probably get spotlight on one of the other characters in Class 1A, and they might end up dying. So that'll be cool. We'll get like a little Neji thing. We'll get like a little Neji thing. And then at that point, we'll probably then go back to Sue, Uraraka, and Toga, and that will wrap up. And by that wrapping up, that probably means like an explosion of Twices all over the place. Maybe, who knows? And once all that stuff gets settled, it'll then be All For One and Shigaraki left. And we'll probably jump back and forth between those. And we'll probably jump back between Deku and Bakugo versus Shiggy, maybe. Or Deku and Shiggy versus Bakugo and whoever else. Honestly, I could see... Honestly, how I would have it, how I really would have it, I would have Deku and Shigaraki face off somewhere isolated, either in the sky where they are with UA by themselves, and have everyone else that's still alive fight all for one. That's how I would have it. Literally 1v1 it till the end between Deku and Shigaraki, and everyone else fight all for one. That's how I would do it. But I don't know how you would navigate that. I'm not sure how you would navigate it. I still, as crazy as it would be, as I still would have Deku showing up as UA just gets dusted because something like whatever happened, and Shigaraki was able to dust everything and everyone at UA besides like Bakugo or a few other people. That's how I would do it. That's how I would do it. Probably have Aizawa sacrifice himself while he has Monoma, and he gets Monoma to like warp himself, Bakugo, and maybe another kid or something, whoever else is there at UA, and the rest and everything else gets dusted, and Deku shows up and they 1v1 in the sky for the rest of the series, and then everyone else, like, they end up warping to where All For One is, and that's the 2 final fights. Have Endeavor die in the final battle against All For One or something. I don't know. That's what I would do. And have everyone else show up at the what do we call that? Not the remnants, but the ruins of the Deku Shigaraki fight. That's how I would do. Have everyone else show up. Yeah, I think that's how I would do it. Like, sparing any like tiny details. I would do it like that. You still could get that picture, that drawing from the art gallery where like Deku's falling from the sky and Ochiko like saves him or something. You still could do that. Have their fight be in the sky or something, and Deku lands the final blow or something, and instead of him falling to the ground and hitting it, she saves him. There's so much that you could do. There's so much that you could do. But yeah, I think that's all I got. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. It's not what I wanted to do at all. How come he asked him, is he a fan of All Might? It's one thing I'm confused about. Unless I'm just reading it wrong. I'm not gonna stop you. Hey, now don't get a wrong idea. I've got some legit thought about you too. Okay, when I worked on boosting my flame, yes. Turning up the firepower, that's all I knew. Potential surpasses your own, he said. That encouraged me. The numbing of my body stripped away my limitations, which was ideal for following his lead with max output. And then he asked, Flash Tri-Fist, are you a fan of All Might, Shoto? I wonder if he's asking him if he's a fan of All Might, just because he probably, yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I thought I was gonna go more so. What's his face? Like leaning more towards like how he was feeling later in the episode. Asking him if he's a fan of All Might because of what that family's like disposition to All Might was, and of all the people you could be a fan of, why All Might? I don't know. I'm big thinking when it could just be as simple as I melted the All Might statue and we have a panel of it on page 2. Yeah, I'm not all the way here. Forgive me. I just have to remember when the next My Hero chapter is. May 15th. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. I need to get some food. I'm not here. Forgive me. So good chapter, really good chapter. Really, really good chapter, I should say. I can't wait to see more about the Shoto ability. See, this is one of the moments where I want to like surf around and see what people are saying. But then again, I don't want to. I'll probably not. So have a good one. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Have a good rest of your Sunday. If it's Sunday or Monday for you, have a good one. Have a good rest of your week, and I won't see you next week or the week after or the week after. So when I see you next, May 15th, hopefully I get to see you. That's one thing. Hopefully I get to see you. Yeah, have a good one and enjoy your day. I'm all over the place. Have a good one. See you guys. Peace out.
John is right though.